If we've not been introduced yet, my name is Emma Pass. I am on Twitter at Emma B. Pass. So if you're on Twitter, please find me there. It's the best way for me to answer questions quickly because I prefer to be on Twitter than in my email. I am a Google certified educator, trainer, innovator. My background was as a full-time classroom teacher, really got involved in educational technology, became a consultant, and then realized the classroom's where it's at. I really love students. I love being a teacher. So I now find myself teaching 7th and 8th grade language arts at a hybrid school. So as I'll be showing you tonight, the idea is you are at home and we have some students who are in the classroom with me, who you'll see in a moment. And I just want to model some of my best practices in terms of teaching in this sort of hybrid environment. If you were joining my class, typically at the start of class, I will be playing music. This is a song requested by my 7th graders this week. So you would join, you would see the music, hear the music on the screen. There'd be a little bit of a note to you that says, Happy Monday, and a couple of do now activities for you to be working on while you wait for class to begin. I typically open up the class link about 10 minutes before class starts. So students can be here doing their do now and listening to music and chatting with each other in the chat box for about 10 minutes. So if anybody wants to chat to their friends in the chat box, now is a great time to do that. And as you join, I typically just say hello. So I would look at you as you join and I say, welcome, Adriana, glad to see you, Annette and Deb. Hi, Holly, Janelle. Glad you made it today, John, Kim, Leah, Miranda, good to see you, Miss Phillips, Nadine, Nora, Cherie, Stephen, good to see you, Troy, glad you're all here. I do use Google Meet, so I'm sort of adapting today to Zoom as we go, but I can kind of address both. On the minute that class starts, I'll go ahead and fade out and I'll say, hello, everybody, and welcome to class. We're going to go ahead and get started because we, as always, have so much to do today. Here's what today is going to look in. We're going to start with our check-in. We're going to do our movement and mindful moments. We have a very exciting guest speaker for an activity that we're doing today in class. And then if we have time at the end, we're going to do a little bit of vocab review. Before we get started with check-in, let's just do a whole class check-in. Zoomers are the students at home on Zoom. Roomers are the students in the room. On the count of 3, I'm going to tell you to unmute your mics and just give a little woohoo. So students at home, Zoomers, on the count of 3, unmute your mics and give us a little woo. 3, 2, 1. Woohoo! Okay, we've got some lukewarm enthusiasm from the Zoomers at home, but it's the end of the day on a Monday, so I forgive. And then on the count of 3, 2, 1, the roomers are going to unmute their mic and give us a shout. 3, 2, 1, roomers. Woo! They're not very loud. You'll see why in a moment. Good to see the whole class here today. Let's go ahead and get started with our check-in. As always, we're going to do 1 through 10. How are you doing today with the option to say why? You don't have to. You can just give us a number if you'd like. And then the community question for today is, who is one of your favorite cartoon characters? And this could be from childhood. It could be a current cartoon character. I'm going to give everybody just a couple seconds of think time so that you have your answer ready when I call on you. So good to see you all today, either your faces or your avatars. Thank you for being here. We are going to now move into our movement for today. All you have to do today is move your arms. If you've been sitting at the computer too much, chances are we're a little stiff. So go ahead and move your arms up in the air, wiggle them around. And if you're feeling really like a 7th grader, you can even stick your tongue out like she's doing here. Who knows? It might just help relieve some tension. We're gonna move for 3 more seconds, 2 more seconds, 1 more second. Feel free to roll out your neck, your shoulders. Remember, we're not meant to sit on computers all day, so we need to remember to move throughout the day. And then we're gonna take 3 deep breaths. As you see this shape expand, take a really deep breath into your belly. As it contracts, breathe out. If you're not breathing, breathe. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. One more, remembering that deep breathing helps us relax, and being relaxed helps us focus and learn. Good. All right. Take a quiet moment to read the norms that you set for yourselves. And then a quick reminder of my expectations for you in class today. Remember, we are going to be present and actively engaged in this lesson, whether you're sitting in the room or whether you are on Zoom. We're going to stay in front of our computers at our desks unless told otherwise. And we're going to show up for school in the exact same way. So again, whether you're in this classroom or whether you're sitting in front of your computer, we're going to show up. We're going to use our academic posture. We're going to sit up straight. We're going to use good eye contact in the computer. And we're not going to bring anything distracting into our screens. We'll keep our microphones muted unless told otherwise. Same goes with students in the class. Raise our hands if we want to speak, or type in the chat box if we have something we want to say. Use our hand raising feature because we're on Zoom. And then last but not least, from this moment on, we're going to stay on topic in the chat box.
And if everybody wants to quickly just click back into Meet, I'm just going to show you how I'm currently muted on my teacher device. And I am walking around the room to check in on our roomers. I completely forgot to let them introduce themselves in our 1 through 10 check-in, but here I have Pepe, of course, and Red Monkey. So as the teacher at this point, I would be walking around the room with my phone so that I can use it as a microphone in case I need to give anybody who is a Zoomer an update. And I also have the chat box still available to me on my phone.
An alternative to having a wireless RF microphone is using your phone, tablet, or another device as a mobile microphone, or just a mobile device in general. And this might be an even more beneficial option, because not only will you be able to use your phone or your tablet as that mobile microphone, you could also potentially use it as a way to monitor the chat box and keep in touch with your at-home students while you monitor the room. So in this example, I am at the front of the room teaching to both the students in the room as well as the students who are at home. However, once I give my students an activity, whether that's independent or group work, I now want to be free to monitor the students in my room, to answer questions, and it's just sort of best practices in letting our presence be known. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and mute myself on my main computer, and maybe I'll even turn my camera off. And now I'm going to turn my camera and my microphone on my mobile device, and I'm going to go and take a little tour around the classroom, and I'm going to check in with some of my other students. I can even flip my camera around if I want to give the students at home a little tour of who's in the room. So I could say, everybody say hi to Red Monkey at home. Or if I need to check in with that student one-on-one, I could mute my microphone. And the students at home wouldn't be able to hear that private conversation. But because I have my phone, I'm still able to see the chat box. So if I'm checking in with this student here and a question pops up in the chat box from a student at home, I could still unmute my microphone from here and address that question. Again, having this mobile device allows you a lot more flexibility in your teaching in this blended hybrid way, where you don't have to be tied to the front of the room to make sure your students at home are still on task, staying on topic in the chat box, and you can maintain that connection with them wherever you are.